What's up residents, Alistair here, and today I'm making a follow-up of my previous video which showed off some brand new Godzilla vs Kong figures. But now we have even more figures to show off that actually reveal more about the film, including a potential scene involving Godzilla wreaking havoc on a human base. But first, if you feel like you need more Godzilla things, then head over to our store over on Teespring, where you can find all sorts of t-shirts, sweatshirts, stickers or phone cases, all that should satisfy fans of the Monsterverse. My favourite is our God of the Titans line of clothing that has a custom Aztec-style picture of Godzilla proudly displayed on the back. Link as always will be in the description. Now that's enough of that, let's get to some monster news. Welcome back. So today we have a variety of new figures to show off, with each giving us a better look into what to expect from Godzilla vs Kong. So let's just get straight into it, but be aware there may be some potential spoilers for Godzilla vs Kong, but nothing that ruins any major plot points. But I'll issue this warning just in case. First up, let's take a look at the back of the box of one of the new Godzilla vs Kong figures that reveals some of the toys that we're about to see in this video, including a new Titan, which some of you might recognize as the leaked monster formerly called Nozuki, but now it's been renamed as Warbat, which is a pretty big downgrade if you ask me. Nozuki sounded much more like a unique name for a monster from a series that came from Japanese origins. Warbat sounds simple, but in all fairness it could just be a name given to the toy, and either the monster is still called Nozuki in the film, or maybe its name just isn't even mentioned. Either way, the monster looks cool and reminds me of the giant cobra from the Godzilla animated series. It appears to be a creature that uses its wings to glide across Skull Island, though its snake-like form could also be useful to burrow through the hollow earth, flattening its wings to become as streamlined as possible. It looks like it will be an apex predator in the depths of Skull Island, and I look forward to seeing it appear in Godzilla vs Kong, and the role it ends up taking. Next up, let's talk about that Skullcrawler. As you all know, the Skullcrawler was the monster antagonist of Kong Skull Island, being Kong's arch-nemesis since their species killed his family, but it looks like they'll be making a return in Godzilla vs Kong, this time being much larger, in comparison to Kong at least, who is now nearly the same height as Godzilla. It features a streak of red down its back, which wasn't found in the original bone-coloured Skullcrawlers. The figure itself has the battle damage feature, which shows the torn tissue from a brutal fight, as well as multiple points of articulation. And the red streak could just be to make the figure stand out, or it could be a new, stronger Skullcrawler that Kong or Godzilla will have a tough time taking down. But it's not the Skullcrawler that's the most interesting thing here, it's the Heave, which has been confirmed to be called the Hollow Earth Anti-Gravity Vehicle, which sounds pretty sci-fi. Like, way more sci-fi than anything we've seen in the Monsterverse, but it could just be a fancy name for a vertical takeoff aircraft, which actually do exist. Its purpose is to expedition through the unknown depths of the Hollow Earth, to uncover the history of the Titans and learn about the planet's origins, which could lead to some very interesting scenes where we see things like never before in a Godzilla film, which I'm super hyped for. If humanity at this point is able to make super advanced vehicles like this, it makes you think, what else could they possibly construct? Could they possibly make a giant robot? What? Moving on, we have some new 6-inch Godzilla figures that will go nicely with the newly announced Kong figures. First off, Godzilla with a heat ray, or as Godzilla fans would call it, atomic breath. It's a reasonably detailed figure with 6 points of articulation, that being the legs, arms, tail and head, and it comes with an accessory, Godzilla's signature atomic breath, and his striking translucent dorsal plates that imitate the glow of Godzilla's spine. Not only that, but it also features battle damage to show the gruesome effects of Godzilla's battle against Kong. But this isn't the only new Godzilla figure in the lineup, we also have Godzilla with a radio tower. The figure itself is nearly identical outside of the dorsal plates no longer being translucent, and it also features the same battle damage as seen before. But now, instead of atomic breath, he features a torn up and destroyed radio tower, which gives us a hint into Godzilla's destructive path. This potentially indicates Godzilla wreaking havoc on a Monarch facility that's been using the towers to monitor the Titans. On top of that, it serves as a cool homage to the 1954 original, where Gojira does also destroy a radio tower. And since we see this figure picking up the tower, maybe we'll get a mirroring scene of Godzilla putting the tower down Kong's throat. This is a scene that I really look forward to seeing. I personally like that we'll see Godzilla go on a good old-fashioned rampage, deliberately destroying human structures, something that's been missing for quite some time now. And finally, as for new figures, we have another variation of Kong that's similar to the Battle Axe variation, except this figure has a closed mouth and it also comes with a fighter jet, which shows even Kong will have a run-in with the military, which asks many questions since it sounded like Kong is on the side of the humans, but the questions being asked only make me more excited to finally see Godzilla vs. Kong when it eventually comes. These figures look pretty cool, especially the Skullcrawler figure, which I'm so thankful for since we don't really have any actual figures of the monster, even though Skull Island came out over 3 years ago now. And the Godzilla with a radio tower will make a neat addition to my collection, but what do you think? Which of the figures is your favourite? Let us know in the comment section down below. Remember to like this video because it helps us out more than you think. And don't forget to subscribe and stop that notification button so you don't miss out on all this monster news. Also, don't forget to check out our Teespring store to grab some custom DangerVille merch. I've been Alistair, and we'll see you residents in the next one.